So we're recording. Now I will share my screen because I've got a little bit of a slide presentation and we're going to go over the different places where you can find a ton of different host rewards. So if we're ready, we will start. Okay, share screen. Video. No, maybe that happy face thing again, 3 dots. Default, no. Sorry, guys.
There's something that says share. So it's like 1, 2,
Share
3,
screen.
4. Yeah, share.
Oh, maybe it's
Little green square in the
got
bottom.
it.
Okay.
Okay. So are you, oh, there we go. Hey, yay. Let's do a slideshow though. Okay, host coaching 2025. Now this is host coaching for Facebook because I haven't dove into table host coaching and I haven't dove into the new texting party host coaching. So this is basically strictly on Facebook. Why do we why do we coach our hosts? We coach our hosts mainly to increase Facebook visibility. If they're not participating in the party and not posting things, their guests won't get any of the posts in their feed to check out. So, we do that so we can get the posts into guest feeds and timeline. It also will increase participation fun because the guests are getting some of this stuff in their I'm going to call it a feed. Everybody calls it different. So that the guests will get that and then they will come to the party and start participating and start guessing games and stuff like that. It creates more fun and of course more visibility. And what do you get when you have fun? You get sales, you get bookings, and you get recruits. So I always tell our hosts to have fun, pretend you're in your own home and you're conversing with your guests. Like you don't invite friends to your house and then go sit in another room. That would be silly. So that's what I tell my hosts is like your participation is key and so forth. And then if they give me any bad feedback, like it's your party, you're supposed to do the job, I hardly ever get that, but I will tell them, well, you don't invite guests over and sit in your kitchen or whatever. So where to find host coaching? Host Consultants Corner, the top tab with each party. Have you guys seen that? Okay, how do I get out of it? Escape. I want to share my screen and show you guys where to go. Okay, go away. Can't see. Right there. So you would go, I've got so many things on my side, I can't. Let's go to a party. Let's go to this ongoing party. So host coaching is right when you click your party open. It's right here, host coaching. It can't be any more simple. You click on that. Let's go move that out of the way. And then you've got a checklist. Confirm party date. You can go through these yourself. Set up table space. You can ignore that if you're just doing it on Facebook. I send the digital host pack, and you know where that is? That is in. Anyway, you can go through all these different, this checklist of all the things that you can do. I always make sure that they have a goal in mind. And it goes through way more steps than I do. So go by the book, not by me. But I will go through my non-negotiables when it comes to host tasks. Okay, so that's the host coaching in a party. There's that place. Then you can also go, is my screen still sharing?
It's where to find host coaching.
Okay.
It's a wordage.
Okay. I want to share a different screen. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, that's the one I want to share. So now you're seeing my consultants corner.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go back in the party and I'll show you where that host coaching is. Excuse me. There's one with, so now you can see where the host coaching tab is. It's right here. I thought I was showing it before, but I didn't change my page. And it's got an extensive list of everything. I will show you where to get the host package. That is now in Marketing Kitchen. Days before, daily coaching. It's important to contact them every single day so that they realize and remember that they're having a party. And then there's actually some messages here that you can actually send them. You can send, it's just send. If you've got, I think it's not my email, so it doesn't work for me, but I copy and paste. Oh, there, copy this message. It's right there. Very cool. So here's your July host pack. So I usually download it because I've got more than one hosting in July, and I'll download the June one and I send it to them, and we can open one. Well, we maybe don't have time. It's already 10 after, but it basically gives them good party tips. It also gives them their rewards, and then a link to make a wish list, and all kinds of stuff like that. Hi, Kellyanne. Okay, so I'm going to share a different screen. And so, oh, this. Okay, what is this? Go back to that screen. And you can find more host coaching in Marketing Kitchen. So I'll go there so you guys can all see links. And this is on the computer, not on the phone. Internet is slow. So I always just go to content library and then I search host coach. And then we should see the host coaching package come up. Yeah. So there is now where we get the host packages. I always send that to them along with their link. You can also find how to make party a success. That is a really cool one. Check out host dashboard. Welcome your party guests. These are some of the host tasks you can give them. Okay, go back. Another place that you can find host coaching. Okay, I gotta share my screen again. Definitely not a pro at this. So I'm not sharing that screen. Sorry. Share. Boom. Why
How do
isn't that sharing?
How'd you find that useful links on the right?
I'm clicking the share button.
Okay, thank you.
I click open the application window and I'm pushing share and I'm still seeing my face. Wait, what's that? Maybe somebody's giving me a hint. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's a share button up here. Sorry, guys. You can go to Dash, and in Dash is another spot where you can find some host coaching, and it talks about why. It gives you some ideas on that. Okay, share screen. I want to go back to that. Is my slide showing again?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So you can go to Consultants Corner, top tab within the party dash. Just search host coaching. You can find it in Marketing Kitchen. I always send the host pack with party tips. It makes your party more successful. And then I think in documents or files in Team Sales National Org, you can also find some documents with some great ideas in there. So you can make your own host coaching schedule out of all of the ideas and all the different places that show that stuff. My biggest thing, I think, in getting your host to be a participant is building a relationship. So I connect, this is how I do it. I connect with my host about 5 days prior. I always ask them which is the best way to communicate. I'm always hoping it's Messenger, but if it's texting, oh well, I can text them. It's just a little more work from the phone. I send them the host package from Marketing Kitchen, and I also send them their order link from the party link in Consultants Corner for anyone that's not on Facebook. I bribe them with a gift to get 3 outside orders from people not on Facebook, and I'll give them a toaster tong, or I'll give them a Season's Best Recipe Collection, something that's under the $8 mark. I explained to them that we're partners in this party and that we'll work together to make it successful and a great experience for herself, himself, and their guests. I make them aware that I will be telling them and giving them some copy paste easy host tasks, and that they can do that anytime during the day. It doesn't have to be right when I send it in the morning. It could be done in the evening. I'm not fussy, just as long as they're posting. And I slack off a little bit when the host is really participating and putting up her own posts, then I don't feel the need to give her stuff to do. Although I do have some non-negotiables that I will go over, I think, in the next slide. Tips to a successful party. I always tell them, invite everyone on your Facebook that lives in Canada and eat. They always get a chuckle out of that. But it broadens their horizon as to, like, you can invite anybody. I always tell them that we ship to any place in Canada. I always push for more invites. Can you go through your friends list again? Can you check to make sure you've invited all your relatives? Just push the invite button and never judge. And I always tell them a story, and it's a true story, about this gal that had a party about 2-3 years ago, and she just invited everybody. And one lady joined. She said, I didn't even think she was going to join. That lady spent, I think it was a $600 order, and she booked a party. So don't ever judge, and tell your hosts that don't ever judge who is going to join, because even if they join to participate, that still helps the party. Communicate every day with your hosts. And so I'm here teaching you what I know. And at the end, I would really appreciate some of your tips and ideas for host coaching. Okay, my non-negotiables is, well, 5 days before, I always contact them, give them the host package and their link. And then the day before the party, I get them to post on their regular timeline. And I've got the words and stuff saying, I will share that document with everybody afterwards, but I really need to clean it up first. So it might take a little bit. On day 1, I always make them do a welcome post and ask their guests what they're excited for. Day 2, I might get them to post a game to fill in, or, if they're really not participating, but most hosts do participate once they know that they need to, and that it will help their guests see them in their party. So these are my non-negotiables. Day 3, I always make them post a post that says what's on your wish list. Honey is giving 50 raffle tickets to anybody that posts pictures of their wish list. Mine are in the comments, and then I get the host to post in the comments their wish lists. On day 4, pardon me, I have a booking challenge, and the booking challenge, like, again, I'll put it in the document, but I tell them I'll give them a free gift if they get 3 party bookings. I also tell them that they get 40% off at each party that's booked from them when they qualify. I tell them about the $60 bonus credit for booking 3 parties and having them held and qualified. And so that's a booking challenge that I give out some nice words to not make it sound demanding or rough, And then day 6, the day before the party ends, is I always get them to send a reminder message that the party is coming to a close. I include their order link so it's nice and easy for all the guests. And I get them to send it to every guest. I specifically say, do not post this. And I put it in great big capital letters, and some of them will post it anyway. But that's our frustrations. Our thing is to go back and say, you know, it's great that you posted it, but we've got 60% of your guests are not seeing the posts and they join the party. So you just have to give them a gentle reminder that the party's emptying, because they might be busy during the week and have forgotten about the party, and they're not going to mind. And I always say they're not going to throat punch you through the internet. So, and then fill-ins, like you can do a talk about Tuesday, talk about their favorite product and ask what their guests' favorite products are. Day 4, you can do what's your kitchen nightmare or what's your biggest meal challenge. Get them to post that and find a picture with a meal on it. You can get them to post a game or two throughout the week. Another one I like to do, especially if they're not doing a lot of participation or not getting a lot of comments on posts, I'll tell them to go find 5 posts that makes them think of their friend and tag them in it. So if you've got a baker friend, post them in the Brilliance Bakeware post. Check out these, Angela, or check out, you know, something like that. Or I thought of you when I seen the multi-cooker because of how busy you are. Can you imagine how great it would be when you can prepare your meal before you leave and then it's ready when you come home? You know, that kind of thing. So these are just host task fill-ins that you can do. And that's all I have on my slides. So I will stop sharing. We are recording. Hello, Wendy. And so I want to open it up for questions, and I want to hear some of your ideas. Crickets, where's my volume turned down? No, it's crickets. Patty, you're always going live in your parties. Do you have any special tasks that you get hosts to do? Oh, you're muted. There you go.
That good?
Yeah.
I do encourage them to post and remind people that we're having the party, just to send that out, to post it on their Facebook. And I always ask them to re-invite the people who have not joined. They've seen the party, and then you can go into the members, and then you can send a reminder to them.
I don't know that your hosts can do that.
Yeah, if they can, if they're an admin.
Oh, okay, so you make your host admin?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So
Okay, good point.
I ask them to go back and do that.
Do the reminders?
Yeah.
I usually do them myself, but it's, why not get them to do it?
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, I just want them to participate, because if they're not participating, you know, and I'm the only one posting, it gets kind of boring. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Well, and like I said earlier, you don't invite guests to your home and then not talk to them.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Okay, thanks, Patty. That's one last job for me to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they can do that.
Kellyanne, you've been at this for a while. What are some of your non-negotiable host tasks?
Hopefully I don't lose my battery here. I'm kind of sitting in a truck.
Okay.
I just like make sure that they are in the party daily. You know, I try get them in there like at least twice a day, but even once a day is great.
Yeah.
You know, tagging their friends, if, like you said, if they see something that they know one of their friends is going to like, posting the games. If
You
they
get
don't
them to
post
post games?
I do, but if they don't post and I post, then I make sure that they're playing along too. They just can't win.
Yep. I tell my host, I'm sorry. I love that you're participating and I love your enthusiasm. But I don't include the hosts in the prize for the grand prize at the end, because they get the host rewards. So yeah.
Take them. if you'll find that if your host is posting the game, more people will start interacting.
Okay,
Sorry, it was moving my dog. Because it's a post from them, their friends are going to see it,
right.
you know,
Okay,
before yours.
okay. I'm gonna start doing that a little more. Yeah.
Yeah. I get them, you know, kind of when it's coming to the end of the party, just to give a friendly reminder about, you know, booking their own, um, you know, that the order link is like give them a little speech with the order link. And
For
usually that's
them
when
to
orders
send to
really,
their friends?
yeah, they have to personally message each
Yep.
guest. Um, I also to get them to send out a message to people that aren't on Facebook
Okay.
with a
So they would
little like,
email it then.
or text it,
Or
little blurb
text.
with the text message like, hey, I know you're not on Facebook. I'm having a quick pamper chef party and you know, blah 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 and post the link.
I love that idea to get them
Yeah.
to text or email people because I'm
Yeah.
finding that a lot of people are jumping off of Facebook now.
I don't think they're really jumping off Facebook. I think Facebook has um really changed the groups that they're not seeing it and people aren't going to see it if they're not your friend.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I do like when I put my welcome up or, you know, how do you know the host? Those
Yeah.
ones are automatically, I friend them,
Oh,
shoot
do
them a
you?
message, you know, yes, I send a friend request to them. Because if they accept,
They're
guess
gonna
what?
see your
They're
posts.
gonna
Yeah.
see your post.
Oh,
Half of them are usually a friend to the other guests. So if
yeah.
they comment, someone else is
Yeah.
gonna see it.
Oh, I like that
So,
idea,
I mean, it's,
Kellyanne. Friend
yeah,
requests.
I mean, yeah, I don't go and friend everybody. I, you know, ones that are really interacting, I do.
Yeah.
When I do send a welcome message, I do click for like I send a friend request first, and I find that's not locking me out of Messenger. So, you know,
Oh,
and it kind of just depends. Like if I've done a lot of booking asks and
yeah.
I'm going into a party, then I am just sending that welcome message to people that have answered the roll call
Yep.
or are interacting.
Right.
Just because I'm not, so I don't get blocked out. I'm pretty I have to kind of still watched. I don't want to be locked out of my all my stuff
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So
No kidding.
yeah,
So I've
and
always been a little bit of lean or afraid to friend request too many people, but I think I'm gonna stop and just do it.
like don't do a whack at a time. Like do
No,
like
but like
five.
you say, the active ones, the ones that are interested and they're
Yeah,
actually there.
yeah,
Yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
So it's just there is ways to get around it. And you know, there is I forget what kind of group I was in. She actually had a chat. I've never used those chats.
I never have
And
either.
a lot of people have joined this chat and it's like, okay, well, like it does get annoying once in a while. But I mean, after the party's done, you don't even have to use it, right? You can archive it. But
Archive it or leave. Yeah.
yeah, just delete it and that's it. I'm going to actually in my next party, I'm going to try that messenger chat and just see if it works. I don't know. It's just going to kind of be
I know because it's
something that
kind of
I'm
a
going to
pain. I always
try.
archive them because they show up there, but why not use
Yeah.
them? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work or if it's gonna just be a royal pain in the ass, so
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
not
let
too
me
sure.
know. Let me know on that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a little push and I don't know. It just the more they interact, like you said, if they're having
It's
a house
huge.
party,
Yeah.
they're not gonna go hide in their bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, I think the interaction and is key. And if they're not interacting, then we have to push them to post things. And posting is always good too, because we know that
Yeah,
those go into their friends' feeds.
yeah. They should post at least like one to Charlie move it. 1 to 2 times a day. like one for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing just one.
Yeah, but you
Uh,
can do two. You know, it could
Sure, why
be, it
not?
doesn't have to be a game, but
Well, I've got a
you
document
know,
that Valerie,
surely one time a day.
yeah, at least one times a day. Yeah. I've got a document that Valerie
Yeah.
Brown came up with, and she has them in that one, and I found it too much. She was getting them to post once a day and post a game once a day and message people.
It
So,
depends. Like I don't oh, come on. If I say if I do a game on Monday and it depends on the game, right?
yeah,
If there's no deadline, then the next day I'll get them to do a random post, right? I won't get them to do
right,
another
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Where some people actually do a game per day, but then everybody like
Oh, your battery must be dying. I think we might have lost Kellyanne.
Okay.
Irene, how long have you been with Pampered Chef?
For about 3 years.
And do you do anything different than we've already spoken of?
Similar to that, kind of mirrors what I do.
Mhm.
But it's key to keep the interest level going with the host as well as the guest, which is challenging at times.
Yep.
And with the different games, I haven't tried the points or the tickets part yet, but
Oh,
that I think would be a good thing too. Like, you know, so many points for booking a party, and you know, different things to encourage
yeah,
the sales plus the bookings. Well,
yeah,
mainly the bookings and then the sales.
yeah. Well, we do have a document well, I've got it from Pampered Chef Images, and it's like called brownie points, and then it goes through, you know, if you join my VIP you get 6 entries, and if you make an order it's 5 entries per $20 or whatever, however you want to
Yeah,
set it up.
or have a guest, a friend order for you to bring in orders that for people who can't come on, like the
Yeah,
ones that are still not on Facebook, because I know I've been having issues with Facebook too, because it just seems that I've lost all my friends per se, but they're there, but they're just they just change things inside Facebook, and I says, where are you guys? But anyway,
yeah,
the same thing happens with the parties, and I think just frequent reminders for them, and then even, yeah, like the texts and things, yeah.
yeah. Good, good. Yeah, give the party tickets a try. I mean, I've been running that for 5 years, over 5 years now. And I've always, if the party doesn't qualify, I'll say, hey, friends, I cannot have a grand prize draw if we don't qualify the party, and we still need $64,
Mhm.
you know, so I won't spend money out of pocket. Like I have to earn some to be able to have a prize. And that's what I've always judged it on. So they know, and I think one of the posts says unqualified parties only or something like that.
Mhm.
But when this video gets posted, I will put in the comments, I'll clean up that one document I have, and I'll put that in there, and I'll put a brownie points image in there. So if you wanted to try that out, I don't count points, by the way, never have.
Mhm.
I just go to membership, and then it gives you your top 10 participants in there. And then I
Okay.
choose the top one or the second one, depending on whether they've booked a party, because it doesn't include that. But I
Mhm.
definitely don't count the raffle tickets.
And if I find that the host is kind of wanting a party, just have to people in and just have a little cooking show, if she's not interested in any of the hostess gifts and stuff, then I change it over to a shared rewards, so that everybody gets a
Oh,
percentage off, and then or else raffle off or have draws for the gifts, right? So there's one lady that she really doesn't prefer, but she likes to entertain. So I come with my food and stuff, and then they all order, but she doesn't really want anything, and I just think, well, why don't we just raffle it off, or just make
yeah,
draws for your guests, you know,
that's a good idea.
for the highest order, you choose first of these gifts, and things like that, to use the rewards as rewards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Great idea. I like
Yeah.
that. Thank you, Irene. Does anybody have any questions? We've had a couple of people leave us already because it was a boring subject. Because, well,
No,
like,
it wasn't boring. It was
well,
very,
you know, like Kellyanne's been in it for a
Yeah.
long time, so she knows, you know, everything. And I was hoping to
okay,
get some
yeah,
new
I hear,
people.
yeah.
So we got Mary here, and Irene, you're still kind of new and gaining ideas. So I hope you
I'm
come
new.
away with this,
Quick.
with a new gold nugget, I like to call them, and that's a snippet of information. So hopefully you've gotten a gold nugget or two that you've been able to
Oh,
pluck from
definitely,
here.
yeah,
And the main thing is keep them involved. Yeah.
yeah.
But I like some of Kellyanne's ideas, so thanks, Kellyanne. Okay, any questions, or can we call this the meeting?
No, thank you for having it, not postponing it, because I was looking forward to this tonight.
Oh, thank you, Irene. I had an open house on Sunday because we're selling our house. I had a birthday party on Saturday. We've got guests here now from out of province that are staying for a few days. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna do it because I might be moving next week. We don't know when the house is for sale. So, and my
Yes, sir.
guests, my friends didn't mind. They're out there. I think they're getting steaks ready to put on the barbecue.
Nice.
Okay, so honey, you sound like a real pampered chef consultant. So
Thank
busy,
you.
so
He
busy.
is.
Well,
Inventory
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, and I don't even have another job. It's just busy, just busy. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate having some friendly faces in front of me. And you guys have a great evening.
You
I will
too.
stop recording and then Jenna will post it. And I'll try to, I'm not going to promise that it's going to be done this week, but at some point I will get a nice full document, kind of like what Andrea has, of all my host coaching and some ideas.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Have a nice
Good
evening.
night.
Enjoy
You
your
too.
company.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stop recording. Leave.